Welcome to the Nuff Said podcast. We're talking season 3, episode 13 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Parting Shot, or better known as a little on the nose with the naming. I am rambunctious Rob Southgate. With me is
Jumping Jack Wengrosky.
Alil Kunica. I totally blanked out.
That's awesome. I just threw that curveball in. I thought somebody's going to swing and miss. It was a little
awkward Alil Kunica.
Awkward Alil.
Yes. Awkward.
So, okay, aside from the name, which I hated, what'd you guys think of this episode?
All right. Here's what I thought of the episode. I did not like that they told the story the way they told the story.
You didn't like the structure of the story.
Right. I didn't like that we saw them captured and then it was flashback, then back to them. I didn't need that because to me it lost any kind of suspense that this episode was going to have. And although I did not like that part, I liked the end. You know what? It got me in the feels because
it did do that.
I'm gonna miss Hunter and Bobby, and I really am. And I think they're taking a big chance here with this. And we've been talking about Marvel's Most Wanted for a while, and Dominic Fortune and all this other whatever they're gonna end up doing with them. I don't think it's going to be as good as what's going to be happening on S.H.I.E.L.D. That's my worry about it. And we're losing two good characters because as much as I love Mockingjay and
Mockingjay.
I'm sorry, we're watching Hunger Games. Mockingbird.
Jennifer Lawrence is in this. I missed something.
J-La. I think I'm going to miss Hunter more. I liked his character a lot, and
when we say a lot, we mean
a lot. So you know what? I think you're right though, because he was kind of the smartest on the show. He was funny. He brought something unique to it. He was the voice of the audience. And without him, it gets a lot grimmer real quickly.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know what? I will say that we talked about this like last week. It's getting really crowded. And these two leaving really does bring us back to we're like 5 or 6 people. They can start telling S.H.I.E.L.D. stories because they're not telling S.H.I.E.L.D. stories.
But they're not going to be telling S.H.I.E.L.D. stories. They've already set that line that they are training their own inhuman force. And that's why they had to let go of Bobby and Hunter, because they couldn't let Russia know that they were doing that. And it's not going to be S.H.I.E.L.D. like we've gotten in the past. It's going to be Secret Warriors. That's really where this is headed. It's going to be a lot less of these characters. I think you're gonna start seeing Fitz and Simmons and May all being very much in the background to more of a superhuman battle. And is it what it's needed? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll throw in my 2 cents. I actually liked the episode, but it didn't really do anything other than it was a setup for launching them into their series.
Mm-hmm.
That was really all it was.
It was a backdoor pilot.
It was. It didn't move the story forward anywhere. I guess a little, but really it was really just about Bobby and Hunter. And you know what? I kind of had an opposite feeling you did. I enjoyed watching them. I think it's going to hurt S.H.I.E.L.D., like you said, because they really right now are 2 of my favorite characters, even though I think with them out of the way, they can get back to focusing on May. They can get back to a story with Daisy, although, I'm not a huge Lincoln fan, so I'm wondering if I'm going to care, and I love Mac, and he's been kind of pushed by the wayside too. So, maybe this will give them room to write some stories for these guys. But if you're right, Alil, and they're making it the Inhuman Army, it just make it that, and it's no longer really Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Right, and my problem with Mac now is really what kept Mac there and grounded with the team as much as we've seen him this season kind of getting buddy with Daisy, it's really been, Hunter and Bobby. Like that's his group.
Right. That's his group he came in with. He splintered off with Bobby before. The story between him and Hunter and Bobby is a big part of the story.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
No.
Now, so what do you think? I mean, do you guys think that Jack, we didn't get your thoughts, so we want to get those. But before we do you think that like if what's it called? Most Wanted? Is that the name of their show? Do you remember what it's called? Nobody knows.
Wait, what? Nope.
Their other show. The show
it's called Marvel's Most Wanted.
Yeah, that's what I said. Okay.
That's what he just asked.
Yeah.
But I said it.
Are you guys playing on your phones or are you taking naps? I don't know.
Well, I was so confused because I said Marvel's Most Wanted with Dominic.
But you know me, my memory like disappears quickly. I'm like Memento. I've got to tattoo these things on my arms. So, do you think, like, let's say Most Wanted is a turkey, or it just isn't like going to fit in their lineup? They do it for a half season, or they do it for one season. Do you think that they find a way to integrate these characters back into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D? Because I think the way they left this, they really can't.
They can. I mean, what's...
They left it as if they do it, he said, if there's any admission here, it starts something worse than the Cold War. And Marvel is not based on us fighting the Russians. It's not going to go that route.
I agree with that, but...
So they may have just thrown these characters out the window.
No, because S.H.I.E.L.D's already gone dark here. I mean, it doesn't matter what the Russians know or what. They could just be doing missions on the side for S.H.I.E.L.D. and going that way. I'm telling you, I don't see it that way.
Okay. Jack, what are your thoughts?
Pop-Tarts, orange juice, and... Oh, you mean about the show?
I think we all knew what your thoughts actually were.
Vanilla Frosty.
Pop-Tart sounds good right now. I might actually put my mic on mute and go grab a Pop-Tart.
Is that a euphemism?
I don't know. It could be. Whatever you want it to be, Jack.
All of the above. Just check all of the above when Alil speaks.
Just send us an email what you think grabbing a Pop-Tart should be. So my thoughts were, it could have been a little better. I thought having Bobby and Hunter interrogated could have been like cool, but it was a little awkward. And Malik almost, when he was standing around the table, to me it sounded very scripted. Like if we could have moved the camera, you might have just seen the cue cards. And then, I mean, it just felt like that. It's like everything was so staged just for the break off into the other show. Which
especially the ending part, not the ending at the bar, but when they were around the table and Coulson came in and everything, it sure felt that way.
And if S.H.I.E.L.D. is no longer S.H.I.E.L.D., although it is S.H.I.E.L.D. and kind of works directly for the president, it's gone dark. As far as the world is concerned, there is no S.H.I.E.L.D. It was a waste of time for Coulson to, quote, have to disavow Hunter and Bobby. And now they can't work for the team anymore. Well, the U.S. government has already disavowed all of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for all practical purposes. So that was awkward. We're just kind of, this was like the little hiccup. So how we get rid of Hunter and Bobby, and it just kind of ends where Hive is going to change the world. Okay.
Yeah. And do you think it was too early in the season to get rid of them? I mean, if they've been the most interesting part, we got 10 episodes left or something without these guys.
Yeah, but if they do like a shooting schedule, it may have to do with more real life.
All right.
Kind of things. I mean, if you're looking for the why, that's my guess is they have to start the filming and prepping and all the things that you have to do way in advance to get at least 20, what they usually do, 12, 13 of the episodes before, and then they, if it goes past. But like we said, I think the last of our two podcasts, they could have kind of kept them like on the wings, or they're on their honeymoon, they're on a mission, and just kind of kept mentioning the two, rather than, I don't know, they at this point, if they come back, yes,
it just seems like it's a hard thing to bring them back. Whereas if they had been out on assignment, they're deep cover or whatever, and you have a whole story going on with them, I think you could get more mileage out of it. I'm just a little nervous. If it's a turd, I mean, they're kind of stuck.
Right. How do you unturd if you just disavowed them on? Yeah, like
well,
I say,
I pose this question to you: how do you unturd?
Well, myself, I just do like a cleanse, and maybe that's what they do. They if it doesn't work, they reinstate them as agents, or just keep them on as they've
got to have a backdoor plan for this, right?
I'm sure they do.
I mean, technically, did Hunter ever officially join? Hunter was always a contractor for the group.
Yeah, I don't know. They kind of implied that he was part of S.H.I.E.L.D. tonight.
Right. And when exactly did he become an official member of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Of the group that doesn't technically exist anymore.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this whole act of losing them, of a spy's farewell or a goodbye or whatever, like, it doesn't mean anything. It really, to me, it doesn't, because they can come back because S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't technically exist.
Right.
Even the president said S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't exist. He's using Coulson as head of the ATCU. Coulson doing some shady stuff in the background. Yeah, that can cause some issues. But that doesn't mean that they can't bring these two back into the mix to do stuff for them, especially when they are spies.
I suppose it really doesn't matter, right?
Yeah. It doesn't.
And of course, in the end, maybe that's what they're saying to themselves. We have a little send off for them, and if we want them back, then we just have them back.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the direction it went. Is like, we can send them off like this way and do whatever we want.
You know what it could be is maybe that was why they did it at this point in the season. Because we're going to be without them for half a season. Next season they'll come back. We'll be without them for essentially a whole season. And then if they decide, okay, well, that didn't work, and they want to bring them back, we've gone what's going to feel like a couple of years without these characters. And at that point, you can come up with some kind of, Coulson was taking a shower and this was all a dream. You can do something like that.
The Dallas effect.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. When you do it that way, it does take them out, I think, unnecessarily. And at this point, all we can kind of do is wait for them, and hopefully that their show is a success. It just seems like, I don't know. It's a stretch, just to have them, just the two of them doing what they do. It's gonna feel a little weird without the rest of the team.
Right. It's going to be hard for me to have it work.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I mean, I like the characters enough. And watching Hunter and Bobby kicking butt with those batons and Hunter being Hunter, I was like, I could watch this. I'm actually finding it harder to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. with the idea of them not there.
Yeah, maybe that's the issue, is maybe it's a little bit of jealousy that we're kind of losing a major element. Because like the interaction between Hunter and May, to me, Hunter stole that scene completely.
Yeah.
She wanted to kind of, oh yeah, we're still mad at each other. And then, he says a couple funny things, but then when he gets serious, he says, I don't know whether to like feel for you or feel sorry for you, or
yeah.
It's like, man, like Hunter came out, like emotionally on top of that whole thing.
Yeah,
like, yes,
I agree.
We do have to make sacrifices, even for the ones we love. And that's when May got it. It seemed like she was making a point, and then she was making a point, and it just really kind of came back on her. And then when oops. And when they're sitting on I was like talking with my hands, and my Bose speaker just went kaplunk. When they were sitting on that little berm over the Siberian, Russian base, and they were looking at each other, and man, it really felt like they're really a couple. Something's gonna happen. They diffuse the situation, but I think they're going to have good interactions on the new show.
Well, in the whole conversation there, you knew what was coming through that whole conversation.
Right. Yeah. The honeymoon.
Yeah.
We get it. You're going on a honeymoon. Just go. Oh, well. Yeah, it's a bigger loss for the show than...
And maybe we're wrong. Maybe it will work. I mean, let's face it. We do have reason to put our faith in Marvel. Even when they have made missteps, they've kind of found a way out of them.
Right. And, they could bring in other characters that we might not expect that they would end up dealing with.
You mean for Bobby and Hunter?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
And that could then
don't make them Inhumans, though. Don't give us another Inhuman show.
No, they won't. They're going to focus on S.H.I.E.L.D. for our Inhumans.
Yeah, I think it'll be more like the chasing assassins and that kind of thing. More like similar to the Blacklist, where they're actually going against targets.
Oh, I like that idea. And I like
make a lot of sense.
I like the Mockingbird character a lot, so I like that idea of doing something espionage with that character. Almost like a Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Remember that movie?
Yes.
Kind of that thing where it's like they're spies, but they have this normal life. But when it gets to the action, it's like pretty intense stuff. I'm kind of okay with that. Don't make it Mr. and Mrs. Smith, though.
Yeah, I don't think I can take a whole season of that.
The one thing I now starting to think of is, what if that is a real big success and Marvel, the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. takes a bigger hit? They're going to have to start really developing the characters they've really let go. They rebooted Fitz and Simmons, so hopefully they're back on track, but we didn't get a sense of that. We got a little bit more of May this time, and but she doesn't have, like, because of her relationship with Coulson, it's I don't know. It seems like they need another like opposite for her, or a partner or something.
No, they can make. No, they don't. The love story stuff is forced. I like her and Coulson. I think they could develop that, especially with her ex now really her ex. I think that they could develop something there. I think that what they really need to do is get back to writing for these characters and develop these characters, because I really like May. I really like Coulson. I like Daisy. I like Mac. I'm and Fitz and Simmons. I'm not a fan of Lincoln. And if they go the route of, okay, well, Bobby and Hunter are off, now we're going to have kind of the couple be, Daisy and Lincoln, I'm going to have a harder time watching that.
I don't know. I think we've mentioned this Lincoln thing a couple times, and the only appearance he made was by mentioning his name.
Yeah, but now the love story is gone. So does that mean they're going to focus on them?
I don't know. I mean, that leaves...
And I don't want that. I want this to be a spy show. I want this to be a S.H.I.E.L.D. show. And yes, it's becoming Inhumans, but okay, I can deal with that. But let's go back to what Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is.
Well, I think this is an opportunity where that's a good option. And I think that's what they don't know what to do with Lincoln yet. But it won't be... I think it'll be where he's part of that Inhuman. He'll be part of that Inhuman side more than the romance. I think they've kind of de-emphasized, other than the Bobby and Hunter, they've really de-emphasized the whole romance thing altogether, because we didn't see her into it. only mentioned Lincoln by name. It seems like they're moving in that direction. Do you get the same kind of hint from that?
I don't know. What do you think, Alil?
No.
There you go. Enough said.
Yeah, I don't. I mean,
I think that's going to be their fallback each time. I think that's what we've seen with this show. And like I said, I'm kind of busting on the show itself right now because I'm a little worried that there might be a misstep happening here. But I did like tonight's episode, and I do want to see what happens.
I don't think we have a misstep here. I think we have what we've had the last 2 years. We have a calm before the storm that's going to be civil war.
Well, I hope so. But you are the one that said you didn't think it was going to tie into Civil War that much.
I didn't, and now I'm thinking maybe with Coulson and the president.
You can't be Geekstradamus if you're going to flip-flop.
You flip-flop all the time.
Me? Never.
Oh, believe me, we can smell it when you're flip-flopping.
I'm usually blaming when I flip-flop.
No, but in I mean, if you look at last night's episode, I mean, the fact that the president was there with Coulson and it kind of made me change my mind that Coulson and them are going to have an impact because of the Accords. I do think something's going to come out of this because the president now is building a superhuman army.
Right.
So something has to impact that. I mean, they know what they're doing, and now if you're going to have this registration act or whatever they're going to call it, and have the sides be divided this much, S.H.I.E.L.D. has to fall in line.
I agree.
Right, and they also
I
set it
hope
up on
that's
the
the
Russians.
case, man.
They set it up on the Russian side by also talking about the first inhuman politician.
Right.
And that's huge. Which, how does that not lead you into that? And like you say, Coulson with the president, we're going to see a lot more of that because he's the head now of the ATCU,
right?
And probably the Chicago Transit Authority.
He's got to kick Peter Cetera out first.
Wow, 80s reference. I like it.
Yep, thank you.
Nice. So how likely, so go back to the why. How does this set up Civil War?
I don't think it sets up Civil War. I think they're going to get fallout from Civil War.
Right, like it's integrated into it. And
right.
What happens? And it better not just be them cleaning up. I'm telling you that right now, if it's them just like with dust brooms cleaning it up, I'm not going to be a happy guy.
No, I think what'll happen is you'll see some of the Inhumans kind of separating on this issue, and maybe this is where we finally have the Lincoln.
Oh, yeah, because I mean, we were talking about that before. How we felt like they were really ramping that up and it was feeling kind of X-Men-y, but maybe this is their way out of that whole X-Men quagmire too.
Yeah.
Make the split happen with the Inhumans, and that you've got the team in turmoil. Then you've got Daisy and Lincoln, and but don't mess with Daisy. I like this character. Do something. Keep her in the fold.
Yeah. Well, it's like I said. To me, it makes my point even more that they're de-emphasizing Lincoln for a reason, and I think that's part of the reason. We're vested in Daisy. We are not vested in Lincoln. They started a relationship. Really, nothing's going on, and I think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. will have part of the setup. I don't think it'll be a reaction, much like after Thor, where they're feeling the aftermath, they're cleaning up, and then we get a couple spillover heroes later on. I think this is where we start to see the beginnings of, an inhuman politician, Coulson with the president, the start of separating the Inhumans, so that by the time you get to Civil War, there will be some I see how this happened.
Yeah, yeah.
they're going to be setting up like the precursors, maybe not the story, because then why do you have the movie? But it seems like there's a whole so much prep right now that why wouldn't this be part of that?
Yeah, I really hope it is. I really hope it is. And, maybe some of this stuff is just smokescreen where they put it out there that there's, the two sides aren't communicating or whatever. Maybe that's all just, a game.
Yeah. I never felt like Lincoln has fully integrated into the team yet. And
no, I don't really want him to because I'm not really digging it.
Well, and I think that's on purpose. I think they have made sure that nobody gets invested really in his character because there's nothing that warms him up to us. Everything has kind of kept him at arm's distance. I think it's very much on purpose that we don't like him.
All right. That's not that I don't like him. I'm just bored by him.
Well, yeah, that we're not vested.
Yeah.
Like we are in the others.
I don't like him.
Will throws down.
No, I just don't care. I mean, like, his powers seem weak, too. I mean, like, he's got this electricity, and it does nothing. I mean,
right. He's better in the comics. That character is more interesting in the comics.
Actually, wasn't he the one that stopped Lash when they were up in the apartment, or was that Daisy? Well, I guess it was kind of the two of them, but I thought he had a big part in that.
Sorry, I'm yawning and trying to talk at the same time.
You're so bored during the show.
Boring me.
Lincoln,
you're boring me. No, because he got his butt kicked by him. He was trying to hit him with the electricity when they were. It was in the. Was it? Where were they when he was like in the hospital?
Yeah,
and he was like shooting electricity, and it did nothing. Like he literally absorbed it.
Right.
Yeah, he's just a weak character. I mean, he's a weak sauce.
Weak sauce. So says Alil.
Weak sauce.
When you guys first saw the attaché for the prime minister, did you guys think that? And my first thought was that Hive ate him, like sucked all his life energy. Did you feel like?
Oh, when the guy was laying there, I never thought that. No. But what I did think is
like a Dementor in Harry Potter. Is that what you?
What I thought is, if you watch this in HD, the prime minister looks like he's wearing lipstick.
He probably was.
It's weird. It's like that if you watch A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to Thor's Hammer, that short. Coulson, whoever did the makeup, full on lipstick. It's like, Phil, where were you going?
or where did he come from?
Right.
To the Valhalla Ball. Hello.
A funny thing did happen, and they're not showing us.
That's like video where they put the makeup on your face so your skin doesn't look shiny, and they do actually add those.
What videos are you in, Jack?
Well, it was mostly band videos, but there was that one in college, and I needed the money.
Yeah, you sure did.
When he says band, he means BANNED.
That's right. I was topless.
Yeah. With those short legs, I thought you were bottomless. Thank you.
And if you don't give away the rest of the video.
And if you want to donate to the show, we will send you a copy of this video.
Right.
Oh no, actually, you may want to donate not to see that.
Right. If you really don't want to see it, you can donate through Patreon.
There you go.
Come on, Jack. You got some nice legs there, buddy.
Yeah. You were going to do Peggy Coulson that time.
You could use our Amazon link to buy the movie.
Oh, Jack getting the plugs in.
Ooh, how do you like that?
Did you guys see that? Did you guys, speaking of art stuff, did you see that I updated our webpage?
I did. It's very nice.
Yeah, thank you. It's finally fixed. It's got the Amazon link up in the right corner, and it's got it's got our host pictures and everything. It's got Sean's t-shirt on there. That Iron Man t-shirt, that sweet Iron Man t-shirt.
But I haven't seen really much Catwoman thing on there, and I think that needs to be updated.
Yeah,
we need more.
we'll get right
more
on that.
Catwoman influence.
We'll get right on that. So, all right. What did we talk
Charlie
about
and
this?
Phil have been waiting for it.
Yeah, you know it. What haven't we talked about in this? Okay, let's talk about things we liked. I really liked the fight scene. May was kicking butt when they did that fog. Oh, that's what I liked. That shadow thing was awesome.
Yes.
That was a really cool use. Did you guys like it? I know you liked it, Jake. You just said yes, but Alil remained silent. Well,
I like how you pick up on the vibes.
He's like, I didn't really care for it.
Awesome is... I don't know. Yeah,
I thought it was pretty awesome.
okay.
I liked it.
It was okay.
Yeah, you know why I liked it? Something was happening. Something was finally happening, and I thought that was cool.
Okay.
Oh, you're such a hater. Swear to God, Alil.
I'm not a hater. It's just, you know what? Like, this episode to me, like I said, I liked the ending. I got the feels, but at the end of the day, nothing happened here.
Nothing happened here, I know.
And then we get this daughter situation at the very end, and I'm like, who is this person now?
Yeah.
Why does he have a daughter, and why is she weird?
Yeah, what happened there?
I mean, he's Malik. How could his daughter not be like a little weird?
I guess so, but it's still, you know.
What do you want to bet that she has like some like really weird inhuman power?
Oh yeah, it's going to be something like that. That's why he's so inhuman crazy. And so there's going to be that. And the other thing is she's going to totally be in a relationship with Ward. Because that's what this is. Agents of relationships.
Yeah. I just want to get back to Fitzsimmons. Come on.
I do too. I love Fitzsimmons.
Like the whole tension, like just go ahead and kiss her. I want to get back to that.
I don't even need the tension. Let them have a little relationship. Let that be the relationship that we're invested in, and let the rest of it be James Bond. I'm totally good with that.
Like, yeah, they're doing like all the tech, like geek them out, having finished each other's sentences, and at the end of the day, they just kind of hold hands and the door closes.
Oh,
I mean, come on.
Now you're talking.
Awesome. See, we should be writing this show.
Oh, can you imagine how quickly this would go off the air?
Especially with Alil's review. Yeah, you know what? It was awesome.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I'm not a hater.
I wouldn't say wonderful, but maybe awesome.
If somebody wanted to pay me, I would be really excited about it. Sure.
Well, don't get excited because that's not happening.
Exactly. No, again, I love the universe. I love these people. I love everything about this show. The show can have its ups and downs. It doesn't mean I'm leaving the show. You know, stop watching it.
Oh, damn it! I thought we had our out, Jack.
Oh, that's fine. Believe me, I can go to bed.
No.
I thought you did about 10 minutes ago when you started yawning.
I felt like it. I was like, whoa. I
Lincoln.
Are we still talking?
Yes.
Alil, you were just in Boston. How'd that go?
That's probably why I'm so tired.
Yes.
Like, I can't get like back to normal. Boston was fine.
Yeah.
Boston.
Way to throw some hate at Boston now.
Boston.
Yeah. Take that, cream pies.
Although those are pretty good.
Did you see the Wahlbergs while you were there? Because they're pretty awesome.
Yeah, I hung out with them. It was pretty awesome.
You did? Did you see a Transformer?
Yes, of course.
They got the Transformers in Boston.
It's a Transformer. Yeah. All right.
You sound like you did in Ted, not like he did in Transformers.
That's how he sounds in Transformers too. Listen to him in Transformers. We got a Transformer. Ted. I'm a scientist. Yep.
So
you know what? My name is Alil Kunica, and Marky Mark, when you see me, you can punch me in the face.
I would love it. I would take a shot in the face by Marky Mark.
Oh, let's see. What didn't we get? I like Teddy's bar. Okay, let's talk about the field scene. So we had the spies goodbye. That's what they call that, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was nice. And you know what? I liked kind of that whole thing, although I think it dragged on a little long. It was really great, and then it was a little long. Might just be me.
Well, it was long because they had to give it its due.
Well, that's because they have 75 characters on this show right now. They got to get them all in.
True, but I don't think it was long in a bad way. I mean, because you're trying to say goodbye to two major characters that have been around now, 2 years?
Right.
So I think it was fine. And then the fact that Mac had that long, it didn't take his shot with everybody else. It was nice.
Yeah, I thought he was going to stab
I'm not hating
Coulson.
on this part.
I'm not either. I liked it. It just seemed a little long, but you know what? That could also be that I kind of started feeling like, okay, I get what's going on. Let's, you're leading me to the next series. Let's go.
Yeah.
And now we got to wait a year for it. That's not a summer replacement, is it?
No, I think it's they're trying to get it on the fall schedule.
Weird, man. So they're going to have this, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and that. They still haven't pulled the trigger on Agent Carter. I mean, I keep hearing rumors that it will happen, that they are going to bring it back. And then today the news broke. Did you see that thing about Captain Britain?
Yeah.
And that's actually something they're talking about as a development. They have the one about the cleanup crew, which frankly I think they owe us money for because we came up with that first. And then
we didn't come up with that. I mean, Damage Control has been a part of the Marvel Universe for a while.
Yeah, but we came up with a way of developing it. We had this genius idea. Come on, we'll play it up. And
Okay.
They should totally pay us for that, or at least
Yeah.
put us on the payroll.
Yeah.
See, we're going to take him to court.
Yes.
Please pay Jack.
It's paid Jack.
Yeah.
We
He's
will
the
settle
smartest
for
one.
we'll settle for 10 smoothies. Done.
And a Frosty.
Yes.
And a Frosty,
is
vanilla.
what I meant, not smoothie.
Small
See,
vanilla.
He is the smartest one. I had no idea what was going on there. So, yeah, they've got that. And then there's still that one mystery show. That's not Captain Britain, do you think, is it?
No.
Any idea what that is? I haven't heard any rumors. I've just heard there's this show, and it's still in development. And when it happens, it's going to be the beginning and end of everything. I don't know.
I don't know. I really don't know.
But I think they'd be smart to, like the Bobby and Hunter thing, do that as a summer replacement thing. Do it over the whole summer. That would be the only show we'd watch. That would be awesome. Instead, we get like Under the Dome. Ugh.
Don't you do a podcast about that?
Yeah, and it's over this year. Thank God. Oh man, did that get to be torture by the end? One of our very last episode of the podcast, we just reviewed the Simpsons movie because it was the same damn story. We did.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, let's not even, you know what, you're opening up old wounds by bringing that show up.
Did, like in the show, did the kid actually get through to the other side and they go, oh, that's it? Is that how it happened? Really?
No, but
Would've
you know
been
what's
awesome.
funny is we watched the Simpsons movie after the final episode, we went back and rewatched it, and there were so many things in the show that you had seen in the Simpsons movie, a couple years before the show ever even came out. I mean, there were so many ideas. Pretty crazy. So I'm excited for Captain Britain. I'm excited for all this stuff. You know that. I'm excited for Daredevil. Now, you guys haven't watched that, right? Did we talk about this?
I watched the first 6 episodes.
Jack, have you watched it yet?
I have not.
What are we going to do?
But-
Are we going to talk about it?
Yeah, I think we should.
But we can't.
Yeah.
See, the problem is we can't do what we did last time. Last time we did the Patreon only for Daredevil, which I think we're going to put on here because our only subscriber on Patreon said they didn't care. They'd love for it to be on the feed. So I think we will put it on here.
Yeah, I think it's just a Marvel. It's just a Marvel thing. I think,
but we can't do it where we
especially
wait
with-
to watch it. I'm not. Once I start watching it, I want to watch the thing. So, how do you guys want to do it? Do you want to do like just a talk about like a couple episodes at a time? Do you want to? How do you want to do it?
I say, let's try something different this time because we did that last time. I say, let's just watch the whole thing
And then talk it out. Do you want to do?
And then talk it out, and then see how long it goes. If we can kind of, maybe just start talking about it and see where it goes.
Do you guys want to do it as like a Google Hangout, and that way, if we tell people, if we tell the fans when we're going to be on,
We got Charlie and Phil. So
no, we get Fate the Man. He's our fan. Jonathan, yeah.
Oh, Jonathan.
But if
we have fans.
Okay, so if we put it out there and we say, look, we're going to do a Daredevil season recap. We'll give a date. We'll give a time. Jack will be a half hour late. And then when we get on, like that shot.
Actually, Jack was on time.
Oh, no, you weren't, Jack. You made us wait a half hour.
Oh, that's true. I did.
Odd time for Jack.
I had to absorb a human first. I'm sorry.
I think I had to absorb a burrito first. So if yeah, I know now I'm stopped. I'm thinking about burritos. So if we do that, maybe we do like a Google Hangout, because when you do Google Hangout, people can live chat with us while we're talking about it, and we set aside, we do like we're going to do like an hour and a half show recapping the season. Do you guys like that idea? That would be different.
It would. I think we should find some way to still put it on the feed, though.
Well, we can. That's my worry. What I'm saying is to record it, instead of doing episode by episode, we do one thing as a Google Hangout. That way the fans can interact with us. We can interact with them, which is really what it's all about. And then we don't have to wait forever to watch the show. We can just watch it when we want. Is that cool? Alil, you're not chiming in. Well, yes, for the League of Geeks, we're doing something else.
Well, we are, but I'll still do this.
Yeah, maybe we could get Steve and Sean to chime in.
Maybe.
Just say it a little. Just say, yeah, that would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Because it's going to happen now that I'm saying it, right?
What?
I'm going to get Scotty Young to get on with us.
I hate you.
What about Rodney DeYoung, the insurance guy?
Or Dennis DeYoung.
Dennis DeYoung, oh yeah.
Yeah. Domo Arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Ooh.
So what do you guys like that idea? So we got to set a date. We'll set a date in the future.
Okay.
We can't set a date right now.
We will set a date in the future.
But we'll talk about it this week. And next week, we will come up with a date and we'll say, okay, this is the date. Well, we're going to talk season 2 of Daredevil. Maybe that's what we do, because I think Zach and Charlie are going to do a breakdown of Daredevil like they did last year. Let them do that. And then we'll do this as a separate thing. And then we can throw it on the feed, or we can do whatever we want with it. But that way we get our thing going. And I mean, I'm dying to watch it. Daredevil's like my number 1. So.
No, I mean, it's been.
I don't want to ask what your number 2 is.
Who does number 2 work for?
Who
Go ahead.
Does number 2 work for? It's a great season of The Punisher.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's my shot at this so far. 5 episodes in, or 6 episodes in.
Alil is such a hater.
Not though.
He's he's just excited because Batman v Superman came out, and he's all about that.
Oh, God.
There's an article on Forbes that the headline says a subpar Daredevil season 2 yields a great Punisher season 1.
There you go.
So it's.
I'm right.
Or you stole that.
No, I didn't read anything about it.
All right.
Why would I read Forbes?
Come on, you're Mr. Moneybags. You're all into it. I read Forbes just for the headlines.
Maybe, I guess. Sure.
I was actually trying to do the joke. I read it for the articles when we know you're just looking at the pictures, but I screwed the joke up.
Yeah.
That's normally what you do, but that's
Yep.
all right.
That's how I roll.
That's what they call improv, man.
Yeah. Is it? Is it, Jack? All right, are we done? I think that was enough. Next week, we're going to set a date. We're going to pick the Daredevil Season 2 thing, and we'll do a Google Hangout.
But are we?
Are we what?
Messing
Oh, I swear to God.
Too easy.
Oh,
It's like taking baby from a candy.
oh. All right, I'm done. I'm not saying Nuff said yet, though. You can follow me on Twitter at @Southgate. You can follow the show at Nuff Said Podcast. Jack, where can they find you?
At J. Wengrosky.
Alil, where can they find you?
At LOGEEKZ for the League of Geeks podcast.
Or LOGEE, or no, LOG.
What?
LOHATERZ. League of Haters. I fell into a hole there with the.
You are in a hole, definitely. Definitely in a hole.
If we don't laugh for a second, you can actually redo that.
No, we're gonna keep laughing.
No way am I going to redo that. That would not be honest with our listener, singular.
Our listener, Phil and Charlie.
That's a Freudian slip, isn't it?
Well, Phil and Charlie are conjoined twins. That's a little Nuff Said secret that nobody knows. So they are one listener technically.
True.
Okay.
But they do have 2 iTunes accounts, so it does count.
Yes.
Yeah, but so do I. That's how we get double the numbers.
That's why we had 4 downloads. I don't even download this show.
We know, Alil. We know. So, last thing, we talked about it last week. I'm going to keep saying this. If you want to support us, I mean, yeah, you can obviously go on and donate on the website. There's donate places. And we still have Patreon. You can do that. Or the Patreon thing kind of sucks. We haven't updated it, but we've still got it. But the easiest way is if you buy anything on Amazon, go to our website first. Go to southgatemediagroup.com/NuffSaidPodcast first. In the upper right-hand corner is an Amazon logo. You click on that, it puts a cookie on your computer. And for the next 24 hours, anything you buy from Amazon, we get a little something for, which is awesome. It's the easiest way to support us because you're already shopping there. It doesn't cost you any more. You can still use your Amazon Prime. So please, if you want to support us, do that. Tell your friends, tell your family. You know, I even got I can't believe even my parents are like, oh, we just ordered all this stuff from Amazon. They didn't use it. So if I'm not doing a good job at it, you guys aren't doing a good job at it out there. So please tell people to support us that way. Cool?
Cool.
All right, that's it. Are you guys done?
Nuff said.
Nuff said.
Nuff said.
Alil went first that time, you jerk.